One of my absolute favourite things since moving to Japan is receiving a parcel from the UK. So here's the moment I'm sure everyone's been waiting for. It's opening up the parcel. I decided to open the parcel in my semi-decorated room. We have some salt vinegar crisps, chili and lemon grills, Gujarati mix, and this is my absolute favourite, some kettle chips, some cloves, it has become a little bit hot for this, but this will be fine for the winter. Nice colourful jumper. My friend sent over this parcel for me and my daughter's birthday. You can see here she's sent over a load of really cute little clothes. She always sends over some salt and vinegar crisps because she knows that I can't get them in Japan. This parcel weighed around 4 kilos and cost over £100 for her to send to us. I just can't believe how much it costs to send a parcel to Japan from the UK. She got this lovely puzzle that she can paint with water. Oops, dairy milk, and I'll give this to my daughter when she gets home from nursery. This is what I was the most excited about. It is a lip liner. It's a Fenty one, which they don't sell in Japan, and a lipstick. I'm not actually sure if you're supposed to put lip liner around your lips or on your lips. I guess it depends on the shape of your lips, but I can experiment. Also, this colour is quite natural, so it doesn't make me too conscious about wearing it. I wasn't sure if I was too old for a lip combo, but Lady Danbury has it in Bridgerton, so I thought, why not? I actually think this blazing donut is nice on its own. I finally made the decision to become a Costco member in Japan. We did go for the executive membership, which was more expensive, but she said we could cancel it halfway through the year and get half a refund. As with everything I say in this vlog, I can never be 100% sure that I have understood correctly. They really did have a huge range of products. Costco is great for bulk buying, but they also had some really unusual items. We would really love to have a family barbecue soon, so Costco is perfect for that. If you are just a small family, you do have to commit yourself to eating the same thing for a while. I had such a nice surprise when I found English clotted cream. It was quite expensive though, so I'm going to save it for a Christmas treat. I was so excited to find a whole chicken. I had to text my husband to tell him that I had a surprise for him. I'm really excited to come to Costco at Christmas time. They had a huge range of sushi, which would be perfect for a party. Another thing that I forgot about was how big the trolleys were. In Japan, the supermarket trolleys are almost the same size as a basket, so it was really strange pushing this huge trolley around. They did have some products that I don't normally see in the Japanese shops, for example Burt's Bees. I really wanted to get this guacamole, but I couldn't commit myself to 16 tubs of it, and I finished with a slice of pizza.
I want to have some chicken.
What's the magic word?
Please. I want some chips. Chicken da.
Have you seen a chicken like this before?
Chiga.
What happened to it?
Got big.
It got big because it's a whole chicken.
Soka. Mama wa?
Thank you, thank you.
あれ食べてるからね。何 I want some chips, please.
How do you feel about your first whole chicken in Japan?
I'm actually really excited that we've found a place that can supply us with a whole chicken, and it seems just so normal, doesn't it, to have a whole chicken, but we found it so difficult to actually get one.
Today I would like to talk about a topic that I've not really spoke about before here on YouTube. Since we've come to Japan, we have had quite a few comments towards my daughter about her being pretty and cute and kawaii. But a few times people have said to me, just be careful she doesn't get snatched. I'm not really sure if people say this just to emphasize the fact that they think that my daughter is cute or if it's a genuine problem. I did meet my cousin a couple of weeks ago and we went to the park and my daughter was running around the park and she was picking dandelions. And my cousin said to me, "Kawaii kara henna oji-san ni tsurete karechau kamoshiranai kara kiotsukete." I understood this as because my daughter is cute, just be careful that there's no strange uncles who will snatch her. When you do hear the same thing over and over again, it does make you worry. And over the last few days, I feel like I've got myself into a bit of a hole. Everyone in Japan has probably heard about the case of the 11-year-old boy that went missing, and I kept reading about it. And I think I've been overthinking and I've just been feeling really down. It is a similar sort of feeling that I had when we were doing the visa application when we lived in the UK to come over here. My daughter is 4 now and I know very soon she'll be expected to be quite independent, go to school on her own and things like that, and I think I'm just really worried. I don't know if I'll feel better in a couple of years, maybe more confident as her character develops, but at the moment it just fills me with so much anxiety. Since I had my daughter, I'm really sensitive when it comes to things like this. And I know in a few days I'll probably feel okay, but it's just I can't shift this feeling. We have the lovely Fujioka festival this month. The character for Fuji in Fujioka actually means Wisteria. So this plant is really important for Fujioka. This sign is asking you to take your rubbish home with you. You can see that they've prepared all the stalls here for the weekend. I'm not 100% sure about this, but I do believe one of the unwritten rules in Japan is to take care of the path in front of your house. When everyone takes care of the area so well, it motivates me to want to do the same. I did notice this crack in the wall and I'm not sure if it was there when we bought the house. We have experienced tiny little earthquakes, but nothing major, so I'm not sure when this happened. I have done my first online clothes shop in Japan, which was from H&M as they had 15% off. I bought a t-shirt for my daughter and a couple of black t-shirts for our drumming performance. I am slowly climbing out of that horrible hole that I went down, but I just wanted to share this book for any mamas or dads who have moved to Japan. This book is actually really handy. Obviously, I was brought up in the UK, and I think if I was bringing up my daughter in the UK, I've definitely got more knowledge of what the dangers are over there. I think when you move to a new country, you learn as you go along. Obviously, there's things like earthquake drills and tsunami drills, which we don't have in the UK, so it is quite different. This is called Bohan Quiz Book. It's translated as Prevention of Crime Quiz Book. It does cover lots and lots of topics, so you can see here, if you're uncomfortable with something or you don't want to go with someone, it tells you what to say. So it says iranai, ikanai, yades, still very polite. So this one, you can see here, it says kawaii ne shashin torasete, because you're cute, can I take a photo? Which obviously we've experienced. But there's all the things here, situations that maybe are uncomfortable, and it tells children how to deal with them. If the kids are playing in the park and someone asks them to come over to their house and play, what to do. This one I have actually taught my daughter, if someone tries to grab her, what to do. So it says shake your arm really hard, shout tasukete, which means help me or save me, kick them in the shin, and then if all else fails, just bite them and run. So I have been teaching her that. So if you are from abroad or even if you're just a parent in Japan, this book is really handy. I bought this through the nursery. I'm not sure how much it cost. On Amazon it's 1,760 yen. I have been looking into buying some new trainers. In Japan, the inside of the shoe is just as important as the outside of the shoe because you're constantly taking them on and off. Japan is a very seasonal country, but what do you think of these trainers that I found? We have the blossom ones and also the Japanese maple leaf celebrating the Koyo. They're not my cup of tea, but would you wear them? I bought a bottle of Bailey's for our neighbour who gave us the ornament. When I went to hand it to him, he said that we shouldn't have got it and asked me if I was just doing it because it's the Japanese culture. I wasn't really too sure what to say because I think I would have done the same in the UK as well. Eventually he did accept it and he gave my daughter 2 really pretty flowers. The gift giving culture is a little bit complicated in Japan. They do have something called return gifts, so once you give a gift, they give you a return gift and then you have to give them a returning, and it's like a never-ending loop. Over the weekend we went to visit some family friends. The lady used to work with my mum back in the 1970s and they've kept in touch. And the other gentleman rented a room in my English grand's house in the 1970s. Pasar is one of my favourite services that I've been to. They have some really unusual products here, so if you really want to try something different or want to buy a gift, it's a great place to go to. I did actually buy some jam gift sets for our friends, but I left them at home, so I had to buy something else. It was still quite early in the morning, but of course my daughter wanted to have an ice cream. And I found some full-size loaves of bread. They also had banana flavoured Kit Kats here. I couldn't resist trying this muscat popcorn, and I bought some muscat dango for our friends. I found some really unusual Star Wars Kokeshi dolls, perfect if you love Japan and Star Wars. I am still planning to go on holiday in June, and I know I should be eating sensibly, but I couldn't resist these muscat popcorn. I really want to improve my confidence when driving long distances, but it still makes me really anxious. I think our family friends spent hours preparing the food. It was really nice to catch up with them as we hadn't seen them for 2 years, and also nice to socialise. They live on the 12th floor and there was an earthquake and it felt really scary. They didn't seem to be fazed by it at all though. On the way home we had this beautiful view of the sun setting. It was actually a really busy weekend. On the way to dropping my mum home, we stopped off at Peony Walk. My daughter has already grown out of her shoes. If you are buying kids' shoes in Japan, I would highly recommend Genki Kids. I think it's the equivalent of a Clark's in the UK. They measure the feet with a computer so you know you're getting the right size shoes for your children. She chose these really cute purple ones, which to be honest, if they had it in my size, I'd love to get too. We headed back to Fukuoka to pick up my drumming teacher from the station. I love how clean these cushions are in the waiting area at the station. You can see Fukuoka has a map here, but there's no English translation on there. We took him to the Wisteria festival. My drumming teacher comes to Japan every 18 months, so it was really nice to see him. My drumming teacher has brought over some gifts. This month we're really being spoiled. This is something that I did ask him for. These are drumsticks which I used to use in the UK, and I'm sure, oh, he's given me some light ones. So you can see here, it's got the grams written on them. These are actually even lighter. They're 112 grams, 113 grams. I think I was using 130, but these are really good for exercising. Some brownies. Biscuits. I think he left that in there by mistake. Wow. Quite a few bags of Percy pigs. There's some fizzy pigtails here, which I haven't tried before. Obviously, they're for my daughter, but I'm sure she won't mind if I have some. And this is also something that I asked for. Oh, he's given me 2, 3. Wow, so these are t-shirts from my drumming group in London, and I really miss them, and I asked him if I could have one, so it was his daughter that designed them. They're really nice. I think I'm going to put one of these on now because it's really hot. I did ask for a medium, but I think it's a little bit too big, but I think oversized is good for here anyway. Thank you for joining me in my April vlog, and see you soon. Sayonara.